When I first started my journey as a professional chauffeur here in Australia, I've never really considered all the factors that would contribute to the actual cost of owning and operating a chauffeur service. Over the years, through a mix of trial and errors, I've realized that there is a true financial commitment involved. Now let me take you through the real costs step by step so you can get a clear picture of what it truly takes.
My name is Ratko, a Sydney-based chauffeur, aka Ray. On this channel I share my passion by giving you a glimpse into my chauffeur life.
The first thing you need to consider is of course, the initial investment, which can be substantial. So this includes the purchase of the vehicle, obtaining necessary licenses, and also setting up your business. One of the largest expenses undoubtedly is the vehicle itself. As a chauffeur driver, the type of car you drive is crucial, so clients expect luxury, comfort and reliability. For me personally, that meant investing in a high-end vehicle, so brands like Mercedes-Benz, BMW, Audi or even a high-spec Lexus are very popular choices here in Australia. So when I first bought my initial vehicle, which was Holden Caprice, back then cost me around 75,000 Australian dollars. So if you're aiming for something more luxurious like BMW 7 or Mercedes S-Class, you should be expecting something upward in price, approximately 200,000 Australian dollars if it's a brand new vehicle. Operating a chauffeur service requires specific licenses and permits like any other business, so I guess. So each state has its own regulations. For example, here in New South Wales, you will need to obtain a passenger transport license. That's that little peace sign on your driver license, which is, I think it's going to cost you a couple of $100. Setting up the business itself involves registration fees, accounting services, and also potentially legal advice. Registering a company can cost you in Australia around a couple of $100, $300, $400, $500, something like that. So then there are ongoing costs for accounting and bookkeeping, which also can range from 1,000 Australian dollars to up to 5,000, also depending on the complexity of your finances. And now once you're up and running, the next thing you need to consider is the ongoing operating cost. This can be divided into several categories: maintenance and repairs, insurance, fuel, marketing, and also administrative expenses. The high-end vehicles, they require regular maintenance in order to keep them in a top condition. Annual servicing can cost you also few $1,000s per year, depending on the make and the model of your vehicle. So this doesn't include the unexpected repairs, which can be very costly. I remember a time when a minor accident led to a repair bill of $5,000. So believe it or not, it's essential, in my opinion, to set aside contingency fund for such unforeseen expenses. Another expense which is a must and has to be taken into consideration is that insurance. So comprehensive insurance is must, like I said, and it's covering not only the damage to your vehicle but also liability in case in accidents involving passengers. So for luxury vehicles, comprehensive insurance can range anywhere between 2,000, this is a rough estimate, to about 4,000 or 5,000. Public liability insurance is also crucial and can cost you another additional few $100s. Next is the fuel, and the fuel costs, they vary widely based on how much you drive, obviously. So on average, I would spend anywhere between $200 and $300, $400 a week on fuel, which adds up to approximately anywhere between $10,000 and $15,000 annually. Marketing and advertising. So in order to attract the new clients, you need to invest in some kind of marketing or advertising. A basic website today can cost around $2,000 design and setup, with additional ongoing cost for hosting and maintenance. Digital marketing, including social media advertising and search engine optimization, they call it. In my experience, the word of mouth is always invaluable, but online presence is crucial today. We all know that. So I'm not saying you have to be on every single platform, but if you can be at least on one, that could be definitely beneficial for your chauffeur service. Under administrative expenses includes office supplies, some kind of software subscriptions if using for scheduling or invoicing, and potentially the cost of hiring administrative staff if your business gross. On average, I spent about 1,000 to 2,000 a year for these expenses. Now, aside from the obvious costs, there are also several expenses that can also add up over time. Under the additional costs, I would like to mention the uniforms and professional appearance. As you know, for the people that watch this channel, I talk about a lot about these professional looks when it comes to being a chauffeur. So maintaining a professional appearance is crucial, is must. Quality uniforms, regular dry cleaning and grooming can also cost money, so a couple of thousand a year. So this is the additional cost you need to consider. Next thing I would like to mention under the additional costs is memberships and also some kind of subscriptions if you're using. So being a part of professional associations is not a bad idea. Just for example, Australian Chauffeur Association, this was just example. So networking opportunities, support, so everything which is in a correlation with the chauffeurology could be beneficial. So you're gonna be seeing different people, you're gonna make some new friendships, and all these subscriptions also can add up to the cost, which means anywhere between 100 and 500 a year. So all these memberships and subscriptions, it's obviously another additional cost. So another additional cost that I would like to mention is not something that everyone will do, but I do highly recommend. I mean, in order to stay competitive, continuous professional development is essential in my opinion. I mean, following trends, etc., attending workshops, undertaking some kind of courses, certification. I mean, all this is another extra additional cost. Investment in technology such as GPS systems, mobile phones, and also booking software for some companies is also necessarily. So these costs can vary, but expect to spend anywhere between 1,000 and 2,000 initially, with ongoing costs for updates and replacements. Now, when you add up all these costs, the total annual expenses for running chauffeur service in Australia can be quite daunting. So let's break it down. The vehicle purchase, it might cost you anywhere between 2,000 and 40,000 for a second-hand vehicle. Licensing and permits, about a couple of $100, let's say $300. Maintenance and repairs, about between 2,000 and 5,000 a year. Insurance from 2,000 to 4,000. Fuel anywhere between $10,000 and $15,000, and it's also tax deductible. Marketing and advertising, so this is not for every single chauffeur, but if you have ambitions, if you grow as a company by the time. And also at the end we have uniforms, memberships, courses, etc., between 2,000 and 5,000 a year. Now let's talk about the revenues. Charging competitive rates is crucial. On average, a chauffeur service in Australia can charge anywhere between $70, $80 to $150 per hour, depending on the level of luxury, vehicle type, and also the service provided. After accounting for all your expenses, your profit margins can widely vary depending on what you do, how much you do, how you do. Realistically, there will be fluctuations in demand, additional unforeseen costs, and also other variables that can definitely affect your bottom line. Running chauffeur service in Australia, it can cost, especially with the rising living costs. It's a tough game. The costs involved are significant, and also it's crucial to plan meticulously and manage your finances carefully. However, if done right, I think it can be rewarding and profitable business. So the key here to provide exceptional service, understanding your market, and continuously invest in both your business and your professional development. Thanks for watching.